The first question is there Rappid Ohia death in Hawaii Island?
On Hawaii Island, yes. Hawaii Island was the first island to experience this disease, and it is where most of it occurs, actually.
Okay, the second question is there Rappid Ohia death in this part or over here somewhere in Kona?
Yes, there are large patches of Rappid Ohia death detected if you go down in elevation from where we are currently, so right above Kainaliu and Kealakekua area. And in our forest, we have very small isolated patches that are affected. We don't have a lot of ohia trees in our forest, so it's harder for the disease to spread.
Uh, the third question is, do you know when it started and how it started?
Ooh, no one, I don't think anyone really knows how it started. I believe it started about 6 years ago when they first started to really detect it and map out the areas that were infected. That was right around 2014 or so. And so no one really knows how it started, and that's kind of has been the big challenge. Is when people started noticing the trees were dying, they didn't know what it was dying from, and so some people think it could have been an agricultural pest that had evolved to infect native trees, but it's still unknown.
Do you have what do you think will happen if the Ohio trees get wiped out?
So if that happens, then everyone will have to plant a lot more trees, obviously, because the ohia is one of the main components of our forest. Luckily, I heard that there are some um, trees in the population that have resistance, and so right now they're starting to try to develop a variety of ohia that is resistant to the disease. So the hope is that the tree will not be completely wiped out, and that happens a lot because whenever you have a disease that kills a large portion of the population, whatever is left, more often than not, has some sort of resistance to that disease, and then they are the sources of genetics for the next population, and that's how evolution happens.
Uh, what do you think is a good solution to help stop the disease from spreading?
So I believe that they've been trying to identify the vectors, which are the ways that the disease spreads, and trying to limit the effect of those vectors. So one example of this is they found out that there is a bug that will bore into the tree, and then the little sawdust created from that boring will act as a vector. And so if that sawdust gets blown in the wind into the open wound of another unaffected tree, that tree will become infected. So they're trying to figure out ways to limit the amount of insects bore into these trees, maybe creating a bait that will lure it away from trees, or some sort of treatment. I don't believe that they have succeeded in identifying a treatment that will stop the infection once it has begun.
So I watched a video of Holo Aina,
Hmm.
and do you guys do the same thing with Ohio tree as you do with sandalwood?
We don't focus so much on the ohia trees because the more that we work with them, the more likely it is that they will contract the disease. And so that's the main reason. The second reason is there's not a lot of income in doing what we do with sandalwood the same way we do it with ohia. Luckily for us with sandalwood, we're able to take these dead trees and turn it into something valuable. The oil, that is, and that's not really that's not really an option with ohia.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
Okay, take care.